My name is Dr. Bob Stewart. I'm the director of the School of Journalism at Ohio University, but I've been working together with the Global Leadership Center for the last 5 years, or 4 or 5 years, bringing students from the GLC to Cambodia to work with AUPP students. And today is the 4th year that we have actually had this kind of a collaboration project. So we value this very much from our perspective, and I was very excited when I came to the graduation ceremony last Saturday that out of 36 students graduating from AUPP, 20 of them worked with our GLC students 3 years ago. So it was great to see a lot of familiar faces, and perhaps when you're graduating from AUPP and we come back, we'll be able to see you again. As you know, we have 6 different projects today, and we are excited to see the results, and we have some clients here, so we're very happy to welcome you to this program today as well. So without any further ado, I will turn it over to our first group.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, professors, students, and clients. Today, we would like to present our project, which we have been working so far with the collaboration to the organization Stronach Music School. Stronach Music. Before we get into that part of the project presentation, we would like to first introduce ourselves. I am Yutana. This is Wei, that's Carly, Lawrence, Borway, and Ethan. So, heading on to our agenda, we will be focusing on 4 parts. 1, overview of the client. 2 will be the first meeting and setting expectation. 3 will be about the website and features. And lastly, we will give you a brief conclusion. Now, heading on to the intro, I would like to introduce Stronach Music School to all of you. Stronach Music School is a music school which was founded in 2010 by Mr. So Stronach. It is the school focused highly on family-oriented and professionalism. The school offers a variety of musical instruments for students to learn, perform, and study, while also giving them a high level of education in music. The school program is divided into 3, 1 individual class, 2 group class, and 3 children class. Now for children class, it's only for those who is under 3 years old. And for children who is in need of support, they also provide support to those children. And last, the school also have its own piano shop for those who is interested in buying piano. The school also provide them. And that's conclude my ending of the part of the introduction. I will hand this on to Ethan, who will be explaining to you about our first meeting and setting expectation.
Thank you. So great to finally meet our client at our initial meeting. We just discussed what they wanted and what we were able to provide. We suggested that they create a brand new website since their old one had gone offline. And our main worry with that, neither us nor our client knew their maximum capacity for students, so marketing could be a bit risky for them. So the most important stipulation regarding the website is that it must be simple and require little to no upkeep. And the other thing that we were able to help them with was create instructions on how, in English and in Khmer, on how to delete their second unwanted Google and YouTube accounts to make it less confusing for users looking for their content. So the main purpose of this project was to direct users to the content that they already have rather than make anything new. And now I'll let Lauren go into detail on our main areas of focus.
Thank you so much, Ethan. So the thing that I wanted to reiterate was after we went and met with our client, our first task was to discover which kind of domain we wanted to use for our website. And we decided that the best domain for us to use was Wix. Wix is very expandable, manageable, and it has a lot of features that allow our client to change the website to their image. So Mr. Serranos, they like the professionalism, so we wanted to keep it black and white, and we wanted our website to have an air of professionalism but also have that family-oriented skills. So we gave all the bios and such like that. Wix also has, we recommended, there are different plans here as you can see, and we wanted to recommend to our client the one that we think is the best is the 2-year plan, and that is $9 with no ads, as well as they get to own their own domain. And the reason we say the 2-year plan that we recommend to our clients is it's affordable. It also is a commitment without being too long of a commitment for our client. And this will give them a chance to really explore the website and to use some capabilities. The other thing we really liked about Wix is one thing that our client wanted was something that they didn't have to update all the time. So Wix, you can put up your schedule for each month, every couple months, and you don't have to touch it anymore. Maybe update the events part of it, but you can kind of just leave the website there and it doesn't look like it hasn't been touched in months, even if it has not. So this is why we recommend Wix as well as the 2-year plan. And now I will hand it over to my 2 teammates to discuss a little bit more about the website.
So Frappe and I are going to focus on how to demonstrate the website. You guys may be thinking, well, where's our marketing plans, where's our advertisement? And before we met with our clients, we saw that their Facebook page was active, which is great. It provides the Serrano Music School with a community where the parents can engage, the grandparents can see the pictures, and you can kind of post more and have more fun with that. So we created a website for them. So the reason why we're not doing the marketing is because they are at the full number of students that they can take. So right now they are not focused in having more clients come to them. So the reason why they didn't have their website is because they have the amount of students that they need and didn't feel that they needed to market themselves right now. So we created a website that is editable, easy to read, easy to use, and doesn't require much maintenance. So I'm going to put it in the perspective as the viewer, and then after Frappe will put it in the perspective on how to edit for the manager's use. So this is the website. As you see initially we had a picture here, but we thought, why not use a resource that Serrano's Music School provided? So we thought it was awesome that we could put their YouTube link. That's the first thing they can see. If they want to hear it, they can click on it. So this is just our homepage, just explaining to give the background of the school. We thought it was important to have the contact page on the front. So the tabs that we provided are about the school, the instructors, the programs, fees, calendar, and contacts. So Serrano's Music School is really family oriented, and they want to make sure that the clients are wanting the instructors that they have. So I know this looks a little funny right now, but this is the director, so we just wanted to show you that once they provide their professional pictures, you can just simply scroll over and read all about the instructors. So someone that's coming to the music school can say, this instructor will be a great fit for me. Another thing that they wanted us to highlight were the program and fees, because that's the first thing that everyone asks about. So we simply put everything here, all the lessons that they provide, as well as the fee page. And then our contact page is super awesome, because our client also said that a lot of times people email them asking for questions. So we put the address, the kind of a visual, and then right here before clicking to any other thing, you can just submit your email right here. And then as well, since the Facebook page is still up and running and active, we wanted to make sure that that was another resource for them. And an awesome feature about this that Wix provides is you can do the English and the Khmer version, and so they requested English, Khmer, and Chinese. So regardless of what language you speak, you can be able to read it. And then so I'm going to leave off on this calendar page, and Frappe will show you the quick features of how simple it is to edit and tweak this website whenever needed.
The reason we wanted to use this was, again, we wanted to focus on something that's expandable, but also really easy to use and able to be unique. So here's the edit function. I wanted to show you specifically the calendar page. Every single widgets or parts you see in the website are all options available on the website. So for example, if I were to go to the calendar page, the calendar options is there on the website for us. So every single option is there on the website, and we wanted to show our clients how flexible and easy it is to use. So for example, if you want to edit Bix, it'll give you these clear examples and you can do it as you will. The other important part I wanted to show was that the thing our clients requested for us was to have different tabs. So different tabs for each of their different options, which we included here. And all of these tabs on the pages are, all the tabs on the website are pages. They wanted to focus and highlight what they requested from us.
So the reason why the website looks like this is because we designed it to look like this. So you can have any option to have a layout as you prefer it. And another thing we wanted to highlight, the importance of showing our client how easy Wix is because she wanted to implement a website, but she wasn't sure how to best go about it. She said she didn't want to have a lot of maintenance on her website, so we really wanted to highlight how easy she can edit it, and we wanted to really show how easy the viewers can read and use it. And now I will pass it on to my other teammate for our recommendations and conclusion.
So in conclusion, we found a solution to cope with the issues that our clients are having by providing an easy to use and easy to access website that is full of functions, information, and also easy to use for our clients and their customers. We also recommended you to buy the domain because it will make your website more professional and also at least update it for once a month because it will keep the event and such up to date. By creating this website, it will help you to deal with the foot traffic branding and professional image as well. And that is all for our presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Real quick, I'd like to give an awesome shout out to these boys. They were really
And Jasmine.
hands-on with the whole editing thing.
Yes.
So they were great.
Get everybody in the middle so we can get you. No, that's okay. So I would like to ask the first question, if that's okay. And is your client here?
No.
Okay, all right. So let's all ask questions on behalf of their clients. The first one is, have you thought about how to integrate the social media piece with the web piece?
So yes, the one thing that we brought this up at many of our meetings, especially our first client meeting, and they're not super interested right now. They don't see the benefit of Instagram because a lot of the paying customers are the parents of their students. So because more students are on Instagram, they didn't see the benefit of that. They do have a Twitter, it's not super active. They have over 9,000 followers on Facebook. That's the one that they really, really wanted. And like we said, they're not looking for more students per se, but they do want to build their brand and their reputation and name so that when they are looking for more students, that they can reach that. So Facebook and YouTube are kind of the only two things that we really wanted to implement in the website. Since the Instagram and Twitter were so inactive, it wouldn't look good to have people going to it.
Yes, and going off of that, we really did try to implement social media. We thought it would be really great for new students or the current students to say, wow, this is what I did yesterday, or to someone to scroll by and say they're socially always active and really involved. So we did implement that, but our client is really not concerned with that. But we said, if you need us, contact us at any time. America will help you out with that.
And it'd be really easy, like we said with Wix, to add that Instagram icon, to add that connection. So I'm not worried about, once they start fiddling around with it, I'm not worried about them being able to implement it.
And for the AUPP students, I'm wondering, before this project, did you know about this school? Does it have a kind of a brand awareness already, or is it really starting from a very low level in Phnom Penh?
We already know about it like a long time ago because it's kind of popular here too.
Okay. So it's a well-known brand?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
Can I ask everybody, I guess, do you know if they did any marketing before in any way of their school to help build it up in the past? Like did they have signs on the back of tuk-tuks or just out of curiosity?
Well, yeah, well, go ahead and say.
The owner of Sosono is a famous musician, and so I think they built their school off of his name.
And he was going around, so in 2010, Mr. Soronos was going around after he'd been traveling and performing around Southeast Asia and all over the world. He started to actually teach in between that, and he had a friend. It was a really interesting anecdotal story that he gave us. His friend said, why don't you just, instead of going to all these people's houses, why don't you open your own school? And that's kind of how it started. And then he decided, wow, I should probably have other instruments. So they have professors from all over the world teaching there. That's why it's so important that we add the founder or the bios for each teacher, because they have a Chinese professor and then they have an English one, and so someone who's Chinese might want the Chinese teacher. So I think that that's another thing. So Mr. Soronos made a lot of connections through students by walking around and teaching them, and then through word of mouth. I think that was their biggest point of marketing.
Going off that real quick, their business is in a huge transition right now of all new instructors. The client that we spoke with, the assistant manager, she kind of just has been dealing with having to do a lot of not in the teachings and such, so she wants to be able to just really focus on, she's an instructor as well, so she really just wants to focus on that, and through this whole transition, they'll figure out their whole, how do we want to market once they've realized how many students that they can do. So they don't want to market and then have the students say, hey, I'd love to sign up, when they already have people on the wait list.
Is it your sense that they want to grow in the long run? Like get more instructors and expand capacity?
I think they do. They've mentioned that they've had marketing plans, but for now it's on pause. And so that's why when we went to meet our clients, they suggested to us to create a website for them, as the main area of business was Facebook. But the issue with Facebook is that it's clustered. It's too clustered and it's too difficult to access. And they did have a website, but it wasn't up and it wasn't updated. And so they wanted us to really put in their request into this website, which we've done.
Any questions from others?
John, do you have a question?
I do have it's a two-parter, and you might have covered the second part, because I'm not sure I heard it correctly. In developing this easy-to-use website for Soronos, with the goal to make its usability intuitive, what challenges did you face? Because we all use websites all the time that have that goal, that don't necessarily meet that challenge. And the second part is, in addition to Facebook, and you might have covered this, Lauren, I thought I heard you say, but did you also consider WeChat as a link in addition to Facebook?
I'll answer the second part. For the marketing ploy, they really focus, because their main customers that they've told us were parents of children, not specifically children themselves. And so that's why they've mainly focused on Facebook, as that was the most popular social media website there was, and they do get a lot of business on that. The only reason they haven't used other websites such as Instagram or Twitter is because then there's not as much traction there for parents compared to adolescents, which they're not aiming for. And I think for WeChat, I'm not sure. I don't think it's popular here, and that's why I think they mainly focus on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, because it's mainly focused here.
Then, do you want to talk about the editing challenges you guys face?
The part that we struggle is translating the website into Khmer and Chinese, and that is the most hardest part in working on Wix.
And going off that, I think the other thing was when we met with our GAs yesterday was making sure the website looked similar on different laptops. It works mobily, but making sure like on different laptops we had some like things would be blocked out. So that was another, I think, just imagery challenge.
That brings me to a third part. You mentioned mobile. Were they able to determine whether most of their clients were here or on a different way of seeing things.
Probably, yeah.
Was that something that they were thinking about, or that you all were thinking about?
Our client said that mostly it's just because all they have right now is Facebook, but because they haven't had a concern, she hasn't been able to really taken time to really focus on that, but she wants to, and she realizes the importance, and she was open to social media, so this will probably be open in about 3 months, she says, because they're all filled up till then, so she wants, so come check this out in 3 months, you'll be able to see it. But once all the transitions and everything, then she'll have time to really be able to work that out and focus on that.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to introduce you to our client, Career Pro and Arts Company, also known as SBA. First, I'd like to introduce you to the presenters. My name is Marissa Miller. I'm Molly Putsley.
My name's Tim Quick.
My name is Chitong.
My name is Eli. And then I also would like to introduce you to the rest of our team who's sitting up here, if you guys will introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Vijayanagar.
My name is Mohsen.
And my name is Samrataro.
Great, so throughout this presentation, we're going to go over a little background of SBA. Then we're going to talk about some of our responsibilities, which had to do with Facebook, Instagram, the video content already created and coming up with ideas, and also we will conclude.
So basically, Career Pro Arts, or SPA, is a local company in Cambodia that has provided excellent services into 3 main categories. The first one is media productions, for instance, photography and videography. Second is event management, and the last one is graphic and art designing. We have Ms. Himutai, who is the art and operation director of the company, and she's also a point of communications that has been helping us throughout this project. And the goals of FPA is to deliver outstanding services that exceed client expectations and satisfy them with comparative rates, whether it is with media productions, with event management, or graphic design. Besides that, SPA has also provided the best services to boost company or organization reputations and goals by building the brand name. Now I'm going to hand it over to Molly, and she's going to talk about the next part.
So our responsibilities throughout this project was to first develop a contract between AUPB, Ohio University students, and our client, SBA. Within that contract, we outlined the services we would be providing to them, which was give recommendations for their Facebook, make a mock-up Instagram account that they can later make for themselves, and gather recommendations for video content that they can put on platforms such as Facebook and Instagram.
As we already know, Facebook is really popular and is the most used social media in Cambodia. Nowadays, Career Pro Art has more than 28,000 followers on Facebook. So why don't we use the authority to do marketing and advertising to create more customers for our company? As we do marketing and advertising, our company will keep expanding, and we need to hire a social media coordinator to keep monitoring our Facebook page as well. Moreover, our Facebook has kept updating itself to make it much more easier for businesses. Now we have an option to change the language for the whole page. So, by making all as English, the customer can easily change the spot to any language as they like. Next, Marisa will give you a specific detail about how we can do to improve our Facebook page.
Thank you. So now to dive more deep into the Facebook. So when you first type in Career Pro and Arts on Facebook, this is the homepage that comes up. So our first recommendation would be, as you can see, the header photo. Make that a very clear and or a very powerful and eye-catching picture, whether it be past work that the company has done or some graphic design that the company has done, just to show their artwork to the customer that is looking at their Facebook page. Our second recommendation for the homepage would be to list their services, very clear, concisely. Just like right here in this video, it's just saying like very vaguely what they do, and so that way, if the person is looking at the page, they're more intrigued to keep learning about the company. So to go into that, we want to talk about the About tab. So as you can see here, SBA's About tab is actually near the bottom of the tab. So we wanted to move that up underneath the Home tab. So that way people know the services are by looking at the Home tab, but then when they go to the About tab, they can look more in detail of each service and how it can help them in their company.
Slogans is a unique way to differentiate yourself from other companies.
and people remember your slogan and they will think about your company. So we have also linked the Facebook to their Instagram account, because why not get the 28,000 people that like your Facebook page to your Instagram as well. We have also included the contact information up in the bio of the Instagram account, and I think Instagram is the best way to showcase your work, such as your achievement and your past photography work. So I think you should post your works consistently on your Instagram account so the people can see your work. We also have created a hashtag SPA Build Your Brand. This is to ensure that your works will show up in the Explore page and people can find your arts, your works a lot easier through your hashtag. This is how easy it is to do it. Just type in SPA Build Your Brand. Just like that. And then you can see all your previous work, and if you click on one of them, it will direct you into your Instagram page. Now, Molly will take over.
Alright, so one of our last responsibilities was to look at video content they've already created and then also come up with new ideas. So a lot of their videos are posted on their YouTube channel, which we all agree is very organized and very efficient and concise. As you can see, two of their main clients, Serge Comtez and Benissimo, and right below it are the videos they created for them. Again, for Benissimo, the videos that are created for them. So ideas that we created for video content, SBA has just changed their location of their company, so we think a great idea would be a video showcasing that new space with a new studio, letting people know if they're going to work with SBA, what services they will provide. Another one would be a meet the team video. People love to know who they're working with, really get to know them well, so we think showcasing your workers, letting them know who they are, what they do for your company, and also maybe what their favorite thing about SBA can make it more authentic and real. Another idea was make videos for the services that you do provide and then show the past work that you have done in those past services. And lastly, we all agree that you should create videos that have women empowerment, that show off the local women, successful women of Cambodia.
So in conclusion, we have learned a lot about SBA and what we can do for the company. We noticed, obviously, as Molly has mentioned, the company is expanding. So we think with doing this, lots of expansion, there's a lot of opportunities for social media and advertising. So just to reiterate, our first suggestion and recommendation for you guys is to hire a social media coordinator. Since you are expanding, we do want to make sure we are constantly staying up to date on the Facebook and the new Instagram posts. So just having someone constantly posting updated information. To reiterate, on the Facebook, more organization under each tab and specific details of your services. When you go on a Facebook page, you want to know right away what that company does and how they can help you. So we just want to make sure that we are making that very clear and concise for the consumer. For Instagram, as Vic mentioned, using the hashtags SBA Build Your Brand and really getting your name out there. And again, posting consistent pictures and photos of your work so people can really see what you're doing. And our last recommendation is the video content that we recommended for you guys to post on your Facebook and then your new Instagram that you will make. So we just want to give a special thanks to OU, GLC, AUPP, and then SBA for making this project possible. We had a lot of fun consulting you guys in doing so and working with our teammates. And now we have time for questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, clients. Any questions? Okay. So when you were learning about this company, what was the brand awareness among the AUPP students of SPA before this project? I'm always interested to see if you're working with brands that everybody knows about or if they're a little bit new to you.
We were very new to this brand.
Okay.
Just like the Ohio students.
Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Kind of going off that, I know like a lot of the work that they do is like business cards and like things that maybe like our AUPB students haven't got to in life yet. So I think
Right.
like our age can be like a little young for the brand, but we're definitely getting into the stages where like they would be like, oh, I need a business card, or oh, I need, you know, something to build my brand and really start a business up.
And that's why we did a lot of focus on the social media and Facebook and really making sure that your services are out there, everyone knows it, because for us, the brand awareness, we feel like that would help with us knowing what it is and having awareness for it, because we're all on social media.
The only thing that keeps it from the people from knowing their brands is because they have signed a contract to make sure that people won't know that it's from their brand, because they have built lots of logos for amazing companies from Japan. She has worked with a lot of companies, but she has signed contracts which prohibit her from sharing that
Okay.
their works.
So that's a trick. I mean, it's tricky,
Yes.
isn't it, to build a brand, but you can't really,
You can't show your work.
can't show your work. Yeah, it's so interesting. What a complicated task.
Okay, I have first of all, thank you for, your good work from the team of AUVP student and also Ohio University. And I had a question is whether we should upgrade ourselves to focus more on Western class. Because as you mentioned about Facebook advertising and also Instagram, mostly for the local people only. How about the foreign customer? How should we target them? Because I understand that they may not use social media for their business purpose.
Just to start off with that question, I would say when you use an Instagram and you do hashtags and you hashtag design, hashtag media, that goes on an explore page. An explore page is really for anybody just to go through, whether you're in the country that it was posted or not. So kind of like what we were getting from like doing the hashtag is really getting your name out there anywhere. You could even do hashtag like international, hashtag abroad, and that will like kind of get it going to other countries as well.
Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
SBA is in the business of doing what you've just done. Do you feel SBA will be able to apply your vision for SBA to their future clients? That's number one. And in addition to Facebook and Instagram, what other social media platforms would you consider and possibly the role of influencers?
Yes, so they currently have a website and a Facebook. So Instagram was the main thing we wanted to focus on because that's the best way to expand and all of that. We didn't consider influencers yet. I feel like we are in the starting stages. We got to build that up. We are trying to use those Facebook 28,000 likes to get to Instagram, but right now we have 0 followers, sort of look. So it's really hard to consider those X factors when we're still really in the internal starting up stage.
And kind of to answer your first question, when we did meet with our client the first time, they did mention how they would love to, I would say, reorganize their Facebook. They knew that it wasn't their specialty at first. They were really excited for us to come in. So we do think that they will take our recommendations and really amp up the Facebook, and then of course make them do Instagram, which will help them build their brand as well.
Yeah.
I just have a quick question. I'm not an expert on Facebook or social media, so I might be wrong, but I thought there was a way to advertise your company on Facebook once you had a Facebook page. So if that's so, did you consider that, or did you recommend or not recommend that they do that?
We did not look into that. I know that does cost money, so I guess we were trying to look more on what they can do as of right now without paying for advertisements. But that would definitely be something they could definitely look into the future. I'm not sure if you guys have advertisements now for Facebook that pop up, but we didn't really dive deep into that too much. I do know usually when you do have advertisements for your Facebook pop up on people's home pages, that does cost money. So I'm not sure how that works.
We kind of want to focus on their works, showcasing their work, so people get interested and come to their work, to their page to see it, not by sponsoring the post. So basically, it means that the people like it and they comment to their page. Is what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh.
Right.
I have some comment and answer some points. So my name is Watay again, and that is I from SPA. So SPA, we are thinking about the five social media, and also we plan for beyond marketing and plan for we have a lot of event for charity party or something like that. So we 2 years we promote our brand, join with many events. We are sponsor or some kind of a main sponsor or food sponsor, something like that. And we also promote on the tuk-tuk, and we have our platform, website platform that can use for the phone and the laptop or like flexible. And we create already some content. But I would like it for Instagram and the Facebook that post our artwork. That's why my suggestion that I need them to help me. And I'm sorry for difficult to contact me because I travel a lot. And they are so free to contact me and get my answer. So they did a great job. And so my suggestion only two now that focus for Facebook and Instagram for the content. So they recommend me to have the kind of the content to post to make people interesting. Because I always face-to-face and the networks focus. So why we are focused on the Facebook and Instagram, because in Cambodia they use Facebook a lot and Instagram a lot. So I would main target in Phnom Penh and in Cambodia of course, and especially for foreigners that when they come in Cambodia they will use Facebook and Instagram also. So this is my answer and comment. Thank you so much again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, so our group has been working with Dine with the Locals. My name's Katie and these are my colleagues. I'm Danielle. I'm Dad. Dia. I'm Danica. Evan. And I'm Sally. So on this page you can see our overview of what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to begin with a little bit about Dine with the Locals and then move into our SWOT analysis, digital marketing ideas, transportation options, expanding those locations, and additional ideas for our client. So the mission of Dine with Locals is to empower women by providing them with job opportunities to give tourists an authentic Cambodian experience. So currently, Dine with the Locals has hosts in 4 cities across Cambodia. For the actual experience, there are 15 different hosts that are mostly women, and the guests can choose their favorite host, and then they book online on the Dine with the Locals website. After booking, they travel to the host location and experience a cultural and music experience. So next, Debbie is going to talk about the SWOT analysis.
Thank you, Kimmy. So for my part, I'll be going over the SWOT analysis where we'll be looking at the strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats to Dine with the Locals. So let's begin. Strength. Dine with the Locals offers authentic Cambodian meal experience. Another point is that their reviews on TripAdvisor, even though it's still few because they're new, but all of them are excellent 5-star reviews. And the third part is their mission. Their aim is to help local Cambodian women earn additional income, especially to those who have a low education background. As for weaknesses, Dine with the Locals is still a fairly new business. Therefore, they're new to the market. And being new, they lack brand awareness. And their payment method so far is rather not very efficient and time-consuming as they collect, as the guests they pay to the host, and then their team go and collect it from the host. Now let's move on to opportunities. So Dine with the Locals have potential to increase their customer bookings and expand their host space to other provinces. And with that comes the opportunity of creating more travel packages, adding on to the one that they already have. And then let's talk about threats. As Dine with the Locals, their service is to provide a dining experience. They are also in competition with local restaurants. However, their main competitors are the international travel booking websites such as Group Locals, Travel With You, and the Culture Trip, just to name a few. And that concludes my part. I will now pass the floor to Nidai, who will talk about digital marketing.
So one of our current main concern is visibility. So I see social media as one of the easiest way to bring yourself out to the public. So
of right now, their social media is a little bit inactive and they don't really have much content to post. By consistently, I mean daily or 2 or 3 times a week. And since only one of the co-founders have access to all the social media, I would like to recommend that all three of the co-founders have access to these social media, because more people, more ideas, more content, and more posts. And some of the ideas that we can give them to post are pictures and videos of the locals going to the market and cooking food, or the experiments, or the experience that the customers can do at the host house. Another idea we can give them is to repurpose blogs that they think are important, because since one of our co-founder is an author, is a writer, and so he can write blogs and articles about his business and post it on social media. So I think he can repurpose it and use it on another social media platform. And my last recommendation is to get online reviews. So they have excellent reviews, but there are only few people who actually go and give them good and review them. So we would like to ask them to help train or teach the host to ask or persuade the customers for more reviews, since our host speaks little to no English, and some, even if they speak English, it's very basic. So, and since our company is on a budget, the easiest way and the way that it spend less money is to train the host to ask for reviews. And yeah, we'll talk about social media marketing.
For the media marketing, first of all, we'd like to recommend the company to collaborate more with the travel blog. For travel blog, most of the articles are like listing places or activities that they recommend the traveler to do in specific places. By collaborating with the travel blog, they can be listed in like top 10 things to do in Syria or Cambodia, which is way easier to put their brand name out there for travelers. And forget about the TripAdvisor and Agoda. In the TripAdvisor and Agoda, they have like you can select a city and you can click on things to do. So that by collaborating with them, they can put the activity that they have offered to the traveler. And I would like to encourage the company to try for the 15 best, because in the 15 best of the activity or their places to do, they can be showcased in the front page of the website. And for Scanable, I'm going to talk about the social media page. We have noticed that they have the Instagram and Facebook page. By Instagram and Facebook page, they are very not inactive. So we would like to recommend them to be more active and put their content out there. And would like to recommend them to switch from the personal accounts to the business account or official page, so that it would more visible for the traveler. By putting out content like posting pictures and videos, the owner has the concern that who will be having time for doing that. So we would recommend them to have an unpaid intern for university student, so that they can like help them film the videos in more professional ways. And they can also use like the automation for scheduling their posts a week ahead of it, so that it would not be a time consuming for them. For third one, I'm going to tell about a search engine optimization. For the search engine optimization, it would like easily appear on Google when the traveler search for like the keyword authentic, my food with local, something like that. And for the goal, we have came up with the blog content ideas. For the blog content ideas, we would suggest the company to put a recipe of the Khmer food, authentic food out there, so that when the traveler search for the recipe or something like that, it would show up on the Google page. And we can put like, if you want to experience the whole things with local, you can book with us, something like that, and it would help the sales growth. And I would like to pass it to that. For the visual suggestion, this is what our team have experienced with, and we would
like something like that to put up on their social media. Would like to
Thank you, Dia. Now let's move on to my topic is about a suggestions of having QR code for dining the local. We really encourage for dining the local to have QR code for each individual location in order to link their customers to the TripAdvisor review for the dining local. It is really benefits in it's increase the reviewers so that it make their business become more visible. To do so, the host don't need to be good at English. It just kindly ask also the customer to scan on the QR code, so it will link directly to the review page, so that the customer they can express their experience on there. More importantly, it's really benefits in QR code is free and it's convenient to use. We can use it by just print it on any kinds of printed media such as business card, brochures, and flyers. That's all about the part. Now we hand it to Danielle.
So one of the opportunities that we wanted to propose to Dine with the Locals was to provide transportation. So we've identified two areas, Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, where they have the most business, and we'd like to provide reliable tuk-tuk drivers to them as a resource. So providing reliable transportation to the host homes would increase guest confidence in the experience and would make it so that the experience really started at the guest hotel rather than at the host front door. This also provides an opportunity for expanded host tours with multiple locations as a long-term plan if Dine with the Locals would like to expand to that, because they would already have that network set up of people they knew who would take the guests from location to location. So we are providing Dine with the Locals with these contacts that we know are reliable and can help them set up networks in these different places. And we hope that in the future, this can become a partnership between these two small businesses. And it could also possibly provide indirect advertising for Dine with the Locals because the tuk-tuk drivers would know about the experience and they could recommend to their guests that this would be a good thing to do while in Cambodia. I'm going to give it back to Daveen to talk about expanded host locations.
Thank you, Danielle. Now for potential locations for Dine with the Locals to expand to, we have come up with two potential provinces, and they are Kampong Chhnam and Gai. Let's begin with Kampong Chhnam. So in Kampong Chhnam, there are three key locations where they can choose for their next host location. The first is the Dongrisay Pottery Village. This village will provide people who fill the specialty category that Dine with the Locals look for in their host. And then we have the floating village along the Tonle River. This place offers a unique appeal that differs from all their previous land-based locations. And then we have the Rai Village, which is the home to the main attraction of Kampong Chhnam, which is the Nghiang Kong Rai Mountain. And there is a creation lift that surrounds this mountain, and it will serve as a good dining conversation experience for both future hosts and future customers. And the second province that we chose is Gai. There are two main locations where we would suggest Dine with the Locals based in. The first is Krong Gai, which is the provincial capital of Gai. Their host target for this area should be the wives of ferry drivers. And then we have Bong Sai, or better known as Rabbit Island. For this location, their target host should be the wives of fishermen because there is a population of fishermen in the village on the island, and it would be great if the tourists they can sort of experience Cambodian fishing techniques. And the main reason why we chose Gai was because we wanted to add seafood to the options of their menu. And not to mention, Gai is also known for having good greenery as well as coastal scenery. And that concludes my part. I will now pass the floor to Mulin, who will talk about additional ideas.
So thank you, David. We also come up with additional idea on how we can expand the business and get more people to know about Dine with the Local. The idea is to seek partnership with some local travel agencies whose job is to provide and arrange tour for some foreign traveler who will travel to Cambodia in the future. We have an idea of working with them to include our service in their travel package or having some of their customers trying our service when they are in Cambodia. We accept that we might need to spend some money on it, maybe in the picture of sharing some percentage of the total revenue that we get from the foreign traveler. And it can be challenging to seek partnership with those travel agencies, but
we find it beneficial for both sides. So for Dine and Local, they will get more customer on the frequent basis. Plus, more people will know about the business, and there are chances that they will recommend the service to people who will travel to Cambodia in the future. And for the local travel agency, having the service included in their travel package make the travel package more appealing, interesting, and diverse to some foreign traveler. So in conclusion, we have provided some idea on digital marketing, providing transportation to the customer, strategy to expand the network of hosts to other provinces, especially Kampong Chhnang and Kai, and also additional idea on how we can expand the business. This is the end of our presentation. Nick will answer the question, and thank you so much for your attention.
Questions? Who are you? Question. Yeah, the great presentation. I have a question about target audiences. It's easy for us coming from the United States to picture ourselves wanting to have this experience. I know that my son and his wife enjoyed 2 cooking classes a lot, and they really enjoyed interacting with the teachers and learning to fix everything. But I'm wondering about other targets. Like, for example, do you imagine Chinese tourists would have any interest in this? That's one question. And then, could you imagine any Cambodians being interested in this experience?
Well, their target audience is just any and all tourist travelers. It's less likely that Cambodians will connect with down locals because they're already experiencing authentic food growing up.
I would like to add that as for Chinese tourists, I have an uncle who worked as a tour guide with Chinese tourists, and from what he told me, he said that Chinese tourists, they aim towards luxury and relaxation over experience. So I think that for now, it would be best to target Western people from the Western side instead.
So more or less, who I have in my mind is probably the target audience.
Yes.
And probably younger people, yes or no?
Not necessarily. Older people can still experience this because what Dine with the Locals plan to offer is a relaxed and authentic experience, and meal experience, and also social experience where the guests and the host, they can just kind of like a intimate lunch party where they can just sit and talk without having pressure from tour guides or time constraints.
And then another question, are you familiar with Moto Girls?
Yes, one of our business professors told us about them. They're a group of women who take tours from one place to another on motors.
I mean, I could imagine they might be very interested in knowing about Dine with the Locals if they don't, but that could be an interesting partnership too. And it's really women and women sort of networking and partnering.
I got just one quick question. Does a translator go with these people to the house, or like if not, how do they communicate?
Well, according to our co-founders, using body language to communicate is part of the experience. The hosts of Dine with the Locals so far, they have some who speak very fluent English and some they speak very basic English. And for those who speak very basic English, our co-founders, they say that using body language to communicate with the host themselves is part of the authentic experience. And they have talked to their customers who have experienced that, and they said that it was very fun and they really enjoyed it, and that it felt authentic to them. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
You mentioned that you recommended to include transportation in your suggestion. With this recommendation, would you recommend them to increase the prices, and how would this affect their number of bookings?
So I think how I see it is that we hope to add transportation as an option for the guests from Dine with the Locals. So if the guests would like Dine with the Locals to arrange the transportation for them, it would be an added cost, but they will most likely have to pay a tuk-tuk driver anyway to take them to where they're going. So it would be
yes, an added cost, but more like confidently knowing that the tuk-tuk drivers would be able to take them where they're trying to go, and the tuk-tuk drivers would be more familiar with the experience already.
And I'm imagining an interesting tour of Cambodia that is a cook basically going from destination to destination to destination, and every place you're learning to fix a different dish. I think that would be something my wife and I would sign up for.
We currently have a package that goes from Phnom Penh to Siem Reap and then to Battambang and Vientiane. In other words, it goes to all of their host locations right now. And the package is 100, and if you would be interested, I think that would be a great experience for you, sir.
All right, thank you. Next time I'm here. Thank you. All right, thank you very, very much.
My name is Long, and here are my teammates.
Mackenzie, Abby.
We are a group students from AUPB and Ohio University working together on a consultation project for Vintage Store. Vintage Store is a retail shop that sells imported wine from Europe, mainly from Italy. It is also part of a bigger company called Vintage Move Asia. The objective of this project is to help Vintage Store gain reputation, recognitions, and most importantly, desired customer for the store. We were hoping to achieve all that through the use of analysis of close competitors for strengths and weaknesses, branding, advertising on social media, and cosmetics. All of this strategy will be the focus of our today's presentations, and each point will be thoroughly discussed by my teammate here. And now I will pass the floor to Pratiya to explain to all of you about our strategy further in detail.
Thank you, Long. And now I'm moving to my point, which is about competitive analysis. So in this part, I have divided into 3 small parts. The first one is who is our competitor, and the second one I will talk about the strength and weakness of Vintage Store, and then the last one I'm going to talk about some suggestions in order to improve our business. So from what I have learned and from what my teammate and I have doing research and have learned about the company, we have found out that there are 2 main potential competitors in this wine market. They are Village to Win Wine Shop, which is the company that imported the wide range of wine that mostly imported from France, Italy, and many more. And they do things mainly focus on the wholesale. And then another one is Africa, which is a shop that doing both wholesale and retail on some kind of drinks such as soft drink, water, and alcohol like beer, wine, and whiskey. And they have 3 locations. The first one is in Sansok, the second one is in Totumpuk, and another one is on National Road number 1. And the one that they mostly sell is imported from France, Italy, and Australia, and more. So after knowing who is our competitor, we have found out that our competitor and we are selling the same product. However, they are doing the better job in the concept of decoration and location. And now moving on to the strength and the weakness of Vintage Store. We have found out that the strength of the Vintage Store is that the one that we are imported from all the country, especially from France, is the wine that they produce from the crab from the family-run vineyard. And another one is that the Vintage Store have the website, meanwhile the other 2, they doesn't have the website. And about the weakness, we have found out that Vintage Store has 2 weaknesses. The first one is the outside look of the store is very difficult for people to know that we are selling the wine, and another one is the small space that make people difficult to go into our shop. And now moving to the technical plan that we have in order to improve our business. The first one is the search engine optimization that we would like to suggest to the company to use it. It is the option that in the Google, you can register it through the Google. If anyone searching for the wine shop in Cambodia, it will make sure that the business store will come out as the first one that they have found. And another one is maintain customer relationship management. In order to compete with other competitors, we have to make sure that our customer experience is better than the other people. So we have to make our customer experience meet with their expectation and their satisfaction. And the third one is expand the advertising on social media, mainly on the Facebook. The advertising on Facebook is very affordable and very convenient to use, so we can use it in order to expand our advertising. The first one is create the event. We can create the event in order to make people can engage more with us. And the fifth one is create the awareness. As you know that the wine in Cambodia is not very popular, so we can like doing some advertising in order to spread the awareness. And last one is change the exterior design of our store to make more attraction. Now I would like to pass it on to my teammate to explain about the branding.
Okay, so for branding, we're going to focus on three main aspects of it. So that's going to be promotional items, talking about the wines that our company does sell, and using the logo in more active ways. So as far as promotional items, we wanted to get ones that have Benissimo's logo on them, and we can use them to give away at events, sell in the store, or use as prizes for advertising, which Mackenzie's going to speak about later. As far as wine flyers, we wanted to make flyers for every brand of wine. So the store sells 3 main brands, and they're all very selective and focused as to why they're sold there. They're family owned, they're small, and they like the way that their vineyards operate and make the wine. And so we want to make flyers and explain those so that customers understand why this wine is more selective and the better option compared to other ones. And then lastly is more logo activity. So when the client is posting on social media and posting about wines and stuff like that, we want to make sure that the logo is on everything, so that if they do see something that appeals to them, they'll see Benissimo and know that that's where they can access the product. So as far as branding, we made some examples of promotional items. So there's a wine tumbler, napkins that can just be used in the store, coasters, a little mini wine glass, and wine bottle openers. So all of these items are appropriate to what the company sells, and they have the logo on them. So like we stated, for advertising activities, like events the store could put on, or check-ins, which like I said, Mackenzie's going to talk about later. These could be prizes that customers would win. This is an example of a wine poster. So this is one of the brands that the store sells, and this is a family-owned brand. So what we decided to do was make a flyer that explained why this wine is more selective than the other ones, why the company chose it, it's family-owned, how it was made, and why that really matters when selecting which wine you want to make. And this is just one example of them, so there would be 2 others that would go with the other brands that we sell. And then lastly is logo usage. So on the left is Benissimo's logo. So there's the one that's white, and then we made one that's also transparent, so that no matter what they decided to put it on, you'd be able to see it without any weird design elements in the background. And then over here, this wine bottle, we actually took off of the Facebook page, and all we did was just throw a logo on it, so that if someone was going through Facebook or social media and they saw this bottle of wine, it was like, wow, this looks great, where can I get it? Benissimo's right in the corner. So now on to advertising with Mackenzie.
So like Abby had said, the company is very, very proud of the fact that they only sell wines from family-run vineyards and sustainably run vineyards. So we thought that it would be a good idea to make a little thing kind of explaining the values of the company, because we think once people see the values of the company, they're going to be a little bit more inclined to go check it out and want to be a customer there. Another thing for the new store is there's going to be a wine club called Vinny Club, so we wanted to explain all of the benefits for that. There's going to be VIP access to the social wine lounge that will be upstairs.
from the store, and then you can get discounts on in-store events, case purchases, half-case purchases. Depending on how much you spend, you can get discounts, and then you get VIP status at all of the partner restaurants within Benissimo. So we think just having these on either the website or on posters throughout the store would be a good idea to get people to know what benefits could come from becoming a member. We also talked about the advertising. Most of the advertising right now is done on Facebook, and we think that that is a really good idea. Our suggestion was just to maybe incentivize them a little bit more. So join us in the Biggie Store Challenge. We're giving away many prizes such as gift vouchers, coasters, wine bottle openers, etc. All you have to do is share the post with the hashtag, and the 3 most liked posts will be able to win some of those promotional items. And then we did an example for an Instagram account too. And then if you check into the store, you could possibly win 5% off of some of the products. We also made a little mock Instagram account with all of the information that we have in this presentation. If the client would like to look at that later, we can talk more about that. But there is an account now, and it could be used for more advertising. So I'm going to hand it off to the cosmetics.
Thank you very much. So for this part of presentation, we would like to focus mainly on the exterior of the store. This is due to the fact that when we visit Benissimo, we found out that the inside design of the store is very interesting and is very relaxing, and also it is clean and enjoying. So we think it is perfect. But after comparing the exterior of Benissimo and the other competition store, we found out that there are some problem with the logo of the Benissimo store, which is about the lighting. So other competition store, they have a very good visibility, but our Benissimo store, they kind of lack the lighting. So I would suggest that adding the lighting to the background of the logo to make them more visible for people on the road. And also there's about the tree as well. As you can see in the picture, the tree block almost half of the storefront. So if possible, the client could get rid of the tree or just some of its branch in order to make the store more visible. And I also suggest wine bottle inflatable in front of the shop as well, or it could just be a plastic board put in the front to serve as a advertisement for, and also to give people the awareness that the store is selling wine, and the inflatable also attract people on the road as well. So thank you, that's all for my part.
So some final suggestions, some stuff that we might not have been able to touch on or fix. The website has a couple of typos and grammatical errors. Those are just easy fixes that could really help the first impression of the website. To continue updating and utilizing the Facebook for advertisements. So the activity of Facebook is really important, and if those keep advertising or getting users to promote them to come and do these activities we were talking about, it could really up the business. Advertise for wine tastings and the partnerships that Benissimo has with restaurants. So along with advertising for the wine, advertise for the events and for what goes on in the store. So I remember the client was saying that a lot of the food and pairings that go together with the wine are a really important aspect. So maybe focus on those as well as the wine, kind of give it that dynamic element. And provide an option for customers to sign up for a newsletter and updates on the new store. So this is a new store, and that's really exciting. And if people are really into it, it would be great to have a newsletter or some kind of update for people to stay loyal to what's going to happen next.
So in conclusion, we feel it's most important to understand the strengths and weaknesses of competitors so that
Vinny's store can come up with new, unique ideas to stand out. Logo on everything. The more people see the logo, the more recognized they'll come to the store. And advertising the events and incentives that go along with the store and being in the club will bring people in and then kind of allow the wine to sell itself. And cleaning up the front of the store and for visibility will help people just walking by the street kind of want to walk in and check it out. So, thank you, and are there any questions?
Maybe everyone could move into the middle a little bit. So from a price standpoint, for a lot of Cambodians, is wine from Benissimo considered a luxury item, a very expensive item? And is that one of the reasons it's not as popular in Cambodia? Or is it just not part of the tradition?
From my point of view, middle class Cambodians would have not problems buying very small wine because it's very affordable. The entry point is good. And I think the reason why people are not aware of the brand is because it's kind of new. And recently, people kind of bring in a lot of wine from France, many brands. It kind of got mixed up in that process. That's why. I think if we want this small wine to stand out, we need to reinforce the image of the brand and make it stand out from the rest of the other brand.
Yeah, when we had met with our client one of the first times, he had said it's kind of toward people who have $20 or $30 to spend on wine, so a little bit more luxurious, but not too ridiculously expensive or anything.
Speaking of client, I think you have clients here, so we should give you guys the floor. If you have any questions or comments.
Not much, no. Yeah, did you travel around to see the populations around? What should be the future clients? Because I see a lot on competitor and so on, but not much. Yeah, competitor advertising and so on, but not much focus on what type of client I should focus on, especially at that area. I think this should lack a little bit of support to the material you propose to us. Because yes, we promote logo. Yes, we do the logo on some material. Yes, we do Facebook and so on. But which client do you want to target in the area? That could be something to add into analysis, I suppose.
And that's what we were thinking with the Instagram account. That would kind of go cater toward the younger people who, because Instagram is more of a younger generation thing. It's becoming more popular in Cambodia. So I think reaching out through Instagram will get that group of people, and then Facebook is the most popular social media in Cambodia. So we think that could cater just to anyone on Facebook. But that's a good point.
The thing that I would like to add, it is best to target the younger generation because the older one, they have already got the habit of drinking other type of alcohol. But if you introduce the wine drinking culture to the younger generation, a few years later they will grow old and they will start taking it up, and it will be a good market to sell.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Okay. I just was curious about the pesticide-free, which I find a very attractive feature of Benissimo, and the fact that you did that is very good. I would think that if that was unique to Benissimo, that should be brought out. Was it unique?
We know that Chateau Haut Blainville has just applied for a certificate, the HEV certificate, High Environmental Vineyard. So I don't know if the competition has like different sustainability things, but it's something that our company is very, very proud about and does want more people to know.
I would think that that would really appeal to a certain segment of the population that are thinking more along the lines of their health.
Mm-hmm.
So people who go to fitness centers or, you know, are involved in public health in some way would be probably a target audience for them.
Did you think at all about like marketing to the expats here or the tourists? Just because so the wine is made here in Cambodia. It's totally 100% Cambodian wine, right? I think
No, it's imported.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all
From France
imported?
and Italy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Forget my questions.
I have a generic question, boss. Just quickly, what's the drinking age? 18. This is a generic question. It has more to do less with Benissimo than working as a team. What do you feel you've learned about the process of working as a team?
I think just collaboration and talking. We've been meeting up, practicing, and getting kind of comfortable before you try to start diving into the workflow.
Anybody else? The AUPP students? Any thoughts on that?
A lot of compromise.
That's true.
Thank you.
I guess to follow up on that, do you feel like was this the first experience where you've been in a team with students from other countries? And if so, did that present any special challenges, or did you feel like you were more similar to each other than different?
In a way, because of our age, I think we are a lot similar than what we go to people at different age. So I think it's safe to say that we can work together just fine.
It's such a digital age, like we all have a lot in common, we all use the same apps and social media and stuff like that, so there's a lot to talk about it.
Hashtag is your common language, in a way. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll drink to that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to present about Search Contest Sensory Prestige. My name is Donita, and these are my teammates, Samantha, Katie,
Chris and
Good. We also have Randy and Rita, which won't be presented us today. So,
slight issue.
Okay, before we move on to our presentation, I would like to go through our agenda. First of all, we would like to briefly talking about the background of Search Contest, and then we're going to talk about our assignment, our solution, our implementation, and what we learned throughout the project. Search Contest is created in 1987 by Mr. Search Contest in Alsace, France. Now with 22 successful salons in France, it's expanding its salons throughout Asia. And that's why in 2014 it opened its first salon in Phnom Penh called Salon Search Contest Sensory Prestige. So Search Contest came to Cambodia with the goals to introduce French-style salon with high-end quality service to the people of Cambodia. Apart from being a salon, it's also the only distributor of short-scarf professional products in Cambodia, and it's important to mention that not only that it sells the product, but it's also ensure that whoever buy the products has to receive proper training and education about how to use the product.
Now I would like to hand the floor to Good.
So thank you, Samita, for handling the presentations. So for my point, I would like to talk about our project assignments, what our clients want us to do. So first, you want us to recruit hairstylists to join the workshop, not only from a particular salon, but all of the salon all over Phnom Penh to take part in this workshop. Because this workshop, the importance of this workshop is that it allows the hairstylist to become more educated on the products, which is short scarf. And also, not only that, it also allows the hairstylist to become more educated on what they're passionate on. For example, when we first think about the hairstylist, we would think about like shampooing, hair cutting, and hair dyeing. So as this product is like a broad and worldwide product, so to know more about this product would be the best. And just imagine that if like a hairstylist, they know about the products, but they don't know how the technique to use this product or the benefit of this product, it is meaningless. So this is why Mr. Ribol invite this workshop for them to join. And apart from that, he also want us to create a promotional material such as Facebook, mock website, including videos, like any other marketing and business cards. So what we focus mainly on today is 2 points, which is mock website and Facebook, which will be presented by Sam and Katie.
Alright, so here is the link to our mock website, and I want to point out, first of all, that with the mock website right now has my name and then search contest at the end. But if our client were to purchase this website in the future, he could change it to just say searchcontest.com. So I am going to open this up, and then we're going to run through what we did for the website. Alright, so here is the website that we created as a team, and the top menu tab has various different elements, and as I scroll through, those elements will be highlighted. So first of all, our team on Monday went and shot footage at one of the hair workshops, and we created this 30-second promotional video to put on the website, so that's the first thing that catches your attention and you want to stay on the website and continue looking. So this just showcases exactly what's going on in the salon. As you scroll down, it has the operating hours on the right and then a photo on the left of a client after getting their hair dyed. Below this, we have an About Us section, which covers the information that Samita mentioned earlier about the company's history. And then below this, we have a photo gallery just showcasing more photos of clients in the salon. And then below this, we have a section about the Schwarzkopf professional products, because we want the future clientele or current customers to understand what products we're using and why in the salon. Below this, we have a few of the services listed here with photos, and it's important to note that these buttons here are interactive, and if you were to click on these, it would take you to the Facebook page to read more about the services, as well as there's a list of the full services, which is translated in Khmer as well. So below this, we have 3 different testimonials that we took from the current website. And we thought it would be really important to include this because a lot of the times people base what salon they're going to go to get their hair done or their nails done on reviews or recommendations, so either word of mouth or online. And all of the buttons that say leave a review takes you to the Facebook so that you can leave a review for the 19,000 followers that Search Contest has on their page. This next section is one that we find extremely important to highlight because this highlights the upcoming events. And as we stated earlier, our charge for this project was to advertise the hairstylist workshop. So you can see here, it has a description of the workshop, and then to the right, you can register online. And then below this, it has the various different workshops or hair events that are coming up in the following months. And then to conclude the website is just a simple contact us section, which has the address, the phone number, email, and then below this an interactive map just so clients can see exactly where they're at. And then at the bottom it has the telephone number, and then lastly but not least, we have a little Facebook icon, which I will hand the floor over to Katie to talk a bit about more and how we updated their presence on Facebook.
So as many of you know, Facebook is one of the most popular social media platforms used in Cambodia. And Search Contest Sensory Prestige recognizes this and does quite well because it has 19,000 followers. So we just wanted to go in and change up the Facebook a little bit. So here you can see that we have added the cover video, and this is all footage that we took ourselves. We went to one of the workshops that are held every Monday and took footage, and then compiled it into a video, but Chris will tell you more about that in a minute. And then we also changed the profile picture to the Search Contest logo, and you can see we changed this picture right here. And we updated the list of services so that the services found on the Facebook page are the same as what you would find if you actually went into the salon and looked at the paper they have there. So here you can see our list of services. So not only did we add more services, but we provided Khmer translation so that every client can come, not just the ones that can speak English. And we added pictures so that the future clients can visualize the work that they're expecting, and we added prices so the client knows exactly what to expect before they step foot into the salon. And then we also created event pages for the many educational events that the salon has. So the major event that we want to showcase is the weekly workshops. And so you can see here is a picture that we took, and we feel that it's very important to show Khmer people in the advertising and provide the Khmer language in the promotional material too, so that everyone has access. And after all, we are in Cambodia, so it should be accessible and user-friendly for all Cambodians. So you can see we have the times there, and there are already people interested in this event, so we can see that what we're doing is already starting to take off. And then there's a little description of the event here. And I can return to the PowerPoint to show you some more promotional material that we have created. So here is some more promotional material that we have created. As you can see, we made this flyer. And this flyer can be used in a handful of different ways. It could be the old-fashioned way, printed off, hand-delivered to clients that Mr. B-Ball would like to partner with. Or it could be linked to an email and sent out to salons that should sell the product. Or it could just be posted on the Facebook page as promotional material. It could be a paid ad, so while people are scrolling, they find out about this workshop. And as you can see here, we've included a quote from our CEO, B-Ball, that says, "Education changes lives." And so we think that this will really promote more Cambodians to come to these workshops and improve their hairdressing skills. We also made this. It's another piece of promotional material. This one we have designed so it can be printed off like a business card and handed out really easy. Or again, it can be a Facebook ad, it can be a link to an email, whatever you prefer. And then there's Mr. B-Ball himself on the ad. So we also have more promotional material to show you guys, and Chris is going to go into that.
Alright, so our last promotional video, this is on top of our previous proposals. This last promotional video was used, they used the footage we took last Monday at the workshop. So this video we made using our own personal items. We made a promotional video that Mr. B-Ball can use to promote his workshop on Facebook or on the internet. So please enjoy.
there might be some errors or like personal shaking in the camera movement. So then again, with this video, we want to use it to promote the workshop through across all social media, like a paid promotion. It can also be used in the website or in the cover photo, as shown by Katie and Sam. And secondly, we want to show that there is a workshop occurring inside Search Contest every Monday. And lastly, the last motivation for this video is that we want to show people explicitly what occurs within the workshop, what's happening, what they're doing inside, so they don't feel nervous joining the workshop. So if we move on to our next slide, I want to recap on all the proposals we've made. So first of all, we proposed a new mock website. This website has upgraded materials, various new features that can contain much more information than a Facebook page or an Instagram page can handle. The second proposal was the Facebook page. We upgraded the Facebook page to contain new information as well as being easily accessible and user-friendly to Cambodians who are unable to speak English clearly or read English clearly. And basically, we also had flyers and cards, business cards, that can be distributed to different salons in Phnom Penh and also sent via the internet or handed directly to hairstylists across the country. And the last one is the video we just watched, which was the promotional video that we aim to use as a paid advertisement on Facebook or across the internet. And keep in mind that the video also contains copyright-free music, so you can even monetize the video itself. So now I'd like to hand the floor over to Put to talk about the next slide.
So for the last one, I would like to talk about what we have learned so far. So we have like the comparison between Facebook and website. Even though we can see that Facebook is is a broad case and a social platform in Cambodia, but we should also focus on website as well, because we are not only targeting on a particular customer or only Cambodian customer, but we also targeting on the traveler as well. So we should also focus like Facebook and website. Two is always better than one. And also we can see that Facebook description needs to be more direct and to the point with no errors, and also the salon needs to be more niche down in order to represent the population of the customers. And basically this is what we learned so far. And last but not least, we would like to say thank you to Mr. Vibol, the CEO of Salon Century Prestigious in Cambodia, for spending his valuable time during the interview and the whole process. And we would also like to thank you to AUPP, our university, that gave us the opportunity to work with Ohio students. And this is the end of our presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Do you have your whole team that's coming? Maybe a little bit in the middle, and then questions.
Yeah, that's all the team, right? And the man, right? You have a guy with you, right?
Yeah.
Only one guy?
They won't be able to.
All right, okay. Yeah, so gender by female. Thanks a lot, you guys. You have done a great job. Anyway, I appreciate you have done. Even though a few days with me, but you are very interactive with us. You guys very potential for the future career marketing. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, I have a little bit suggestion on the connection between website and Facebook, but a little bit detailed. That information that will come with me, so we have to dig out detail of attraction. So this video I just shown, I did not go through the what you edit. You're right, you guys. You edit my Facebook page. So I did not see the video. I just see today actually. You surprised me today, right? So anyway, overall, you have done a great job. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
So I have a question. Are there models who are getting their hair done at the workshop? Are they students, like other salon?
Normally we have a regular program at our academy. The salon is academy because we are the representative of hair world to be distributed of sports professional in Cambodia. and Laos. So soon Laos will be launched in July. Then all the regular training have to become every Monday morning, and special training every 3 months, 2 or 3 months, from the trainer top hairstylist from Europe or from Asia. And that is what we would like to do to promote all the skill of hairdresser in Cambodia to become more professional, to step up to work professional. Then daily, weekly training is done at our academy by our ambassador local. Local ambassador means the brand ambassador or sports professional that I recruit 10 of them to switch each other to take turn using their own unique talent to teach a month of each for 4 weeks. Then those hairdressers have to become a local hairdresser or any other hairdresser, but they have to come with model. Without model, they cannot teach, they cannot learn. You just can see it, but they don't feel the hair. Because the way that professional hairdresser is, they have to feel the hair, not to see the hair. You have to feel the hair. Then that's why everyone have to motivate, bring the model, have to convince the model to be on stage with them. And then every week, hairdresser bring model. Sometimes they have to bring their own hairdresser to make us model. Otherwise, they are not credited by me at the end of the year. That is, before hairdresser, local hairdresser don't want to learn. But today, they ask me to learn. There are different chain of perception. That's why I put education change life. That's my own motto.
Actually, Dr. Sarah, we have some models here in this room. I got my toes done, she got her hair done, Mackenzie got her hair done, Abby did, Nick went blonde, Monica.
This will be the new recruiting for GLC. Yeah, I was wondering, and this is maybe not an appropriate question, but I was wondering if there are some students, for example, not hairdressers, but some students who they really can't afford to get their hair done, but they would like to be models.
Okay.
And there would be a way to, it's almost like a social enterprise, but it would benefit people who are going into the job market. So I didn't know if there was any avenue for people to identify as wanting to be a model. So.
Actually, we recruit model. We recruit model for the special training and for daily, weekly. If they register with us, I can keep as model for everyone. Because every week, every Monday, we recruit model for everyone.
And then my last suggestion is to include the wine tasting with the workshop.
In his shop, we have a cellar with a lot of wine in zone.
Yeah, so I think you're ready already. You're on top of that.
And it was funny because when we were watching the SPA presentation, like the search contest, I'm like, search contest, search contest.
And we're like,
oh,
I was gonna say, yeah, our company actually makes videos for you guys as well, because like they're both our client. Like,
yeah, that was so cool.
They're our clients' client. Yes. So like collaborating
The
and
network.
making more videos.
It's a big network. Any other questions?
John, you got a question? He's speechless.
Charles? No. When was the last time you had your hair done?
This is the good look. This is the good look.
Yeah, I mean, I need a lot of help.
He told her, like, what does his hair need? What do you need? I'll tell you what you
Just
need.
today he went there and then he said, can you transform the hair from the black to blonde? So yes, can.
Miracle transformation right there.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. At this time, we would like to